Hi all, today we'll discuss roadmap of master DevOps. So what all are the tools and we technology we use for the DevOps while we are going for the DevOps development plus operation. So if you go for the DevOps, then we have a multiples tools and technology which need to be followed so that we can understand about the DevOps functionality. So DevOps means development plus operational, including is called DevOps. So here we have a Git. So Git we are while we are using for the version control. So Git is used for the version control in the DevOps. This is a part of DevOps tool. Jenkins is used for the continuous integration. So while we are going for this code development, so that we can integrate with the Jenkins, that is for the code continuous integration. And we have a grasp core. So grasp course DevOps principles. So while what all are the principles which we have to include while we understand the DevOps, so the grasp course will be all the DevOps principles things will be there. And then we have DevOps understand. So this DevOps while we are going for the DevOps, we need to understand all the cultures, what all are the tools, what all are the principles and technology when to use and why we are using. So this is a master of DevOps. So the first we can use for the grab score, and the second we have a Git, and then next we have used Jenkins. Then next we have a Kubernetes. So Kubernetes is used for the container orchestration. So in that cases we will use for the Kubernetes. Docker is used for this containerization basic for create a Docker image and all, so that containers will be created and all. So that cases we are using for this Dockers. The next we have a Puppet. So Puppet we have a infrastructures of as a code we can use a Puppet. So this is a Puppet. Then next we have a Ansible. Ansible is a tools which is used in DevOps. It's used for the software configuration management. So while if you want to configure any software configurations and all in this DevOps part, then we will go for the Ansible. Ansible is used for the software configuration management. Puppet is used for the infrastructures as a code. In that cases we use for this Puppet. Now the next we have a continuous delivery fundamentals. So continuous delivery fundamentals is a blue green deployment. So while we are deploying the codes and all, so we need to follow blue green deployment. Then we have a Prometheus. So this is for this monitoring infrastructures, monitoring the applications and all. And the next we have Elasticsearch, which is used for the logs management. So we can manage all the logs for the application which we deployed and what all are the issues in that. The next part is security and compliance basics. So what all are the security and compliance basics which need to be followed? That is also part of DevOps. So we have Bash, Python scripting automations that we can write by using Bash or Python's language. So all the scripting automations we have to do. Then the next we have a Terraform. So this Terraform which is used for the infrastructures provisioning. So if what all are the infrastructures which need to be included, in that cases we will go for the Terraform that will be used for the infrastructure provisioning and all. The next we have AWS, Azure or any Google Cloud. So that is a cloud platform. So any cloud platforms we can use while we are going to access any functionalities, any services or any code deployments and all. So that purpose we can use any type of tools database through the database configuration servers details from the AWS cloud service. The next we have performance tuning and benchmarking. So performance tuning, like we have a disaster recovery strategy, so which we need to follow. Then we have a continuous deployment best practice that also we have followed while we have developed the applications, and we followed the disaster recovery strategy. Then we go for the deployment, so continuous deployment. The next we have ISTO. So it's used for this STO service mesh architecture. So while we create a service mesh architectures, then we will go for the STO. And then next we have serverless architectures in DevOps. So while we go for the serverless architectures for DevOps, then we have a continuous implement and learning. So all the DevOps cultures we have to revise what all are cultures and tools we used. Either we have a grab score, either we have a Git or Jenkins or Kubernetes or Docker, Puppet, Ansible, or blue green deployment, Prometheus and Elasticsearch. Then we have a Bash or Python scripting, Terraform, then any cloud platform, then any disaster recovery, continuous deployment, STO, serverless architectures. So these all are the tools which we are following in the roadmap of DevOps. So if you want to go or learn, so this is the basic of the tools overview. So here you can see all the definitions of the DevOps common tools which we are using on daily basis. So roadmap of DevOps master. So these all.